guys, welcome back to all my subscribers who are here once again. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. Let's be friends. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, especially if you like my content. Don't miss anything. Click that subscribe button, click that bell notification so that you get notified whenever I post, and don't forget to like the video, guys, please. I know you guys been enjoying my videos and not liking them. Don't do that. So as you can see by the title, I'm going to be telling you guys about some mistakes that I made as a teenager. So basically I made a list of about 8 mistakes, but I don't know, I might narrow it down to 5, and then yeah, I think I'm gonna do like my top 5, or maybe just 5 ones out of the 8, you know. And then if you guys want a part 2 to this video, you guys can let me know in the comment section below. Thank you. And this video, as a matter of fact, is only for my subscribers, so if you want to watch it, you need to subscribe, baby. You guys are about to be in my business, up close and personal. I don't do that with strangers. Subscribe. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Boy. So as I said, I have a list right here of the mistakes that I made as a teenager. Well, I don't know, maybe I couldn't fit that all on one list. I'm kidding. I wasn't that bad. I wasn't. I really. So I'm going to tell you guys 5 of the mistakes that I made as a teenager. So I grew up in Jamaica. I only came to England when I was 19 years old. I wouldn't say I was a bad child, or like, put on some lip gloss. Shop your lip glosses from KU collection. So yeah, I wouldn't say that I was necessarily like a bad child or anything, but you know, I did have my ups and downs. I did have my moments. I did have, you know, a few incidents in my teenage years, but nothing too serious. I mean, look at me now. Oh! But yeah, so my first mistake that I want to highlight, or my biggest mistake, would be following. And as a matter of fact, before I get into it, let me just say that this video, the purpose of this video really is, like, you know, for like my younger subscribers, especially those who are like in Jamaica or so, who can relate to all the things that I went through. You know, I want you guys to have that first hand, well, not really first, why am I saying first hand, like second hand experience as to things that I possibly regret, and so that you guys don't make the same mistakes that I did. So yeah, this one is especially for you. So once again, let's get into the video. So the first mistake that I would say I made was following friends. I mean, you guys hear about peer pressure all the time. You guys hear about, you know, don't follow friend and company, this and that. And it might sound cliche, it might sound like something that you hear all the time, but when you get older and you really look back at it and you see all the things that happened or possibly could have happened to you just because of that, it like makes you appreciate, you know, all the people that told you not to do it, even though you probably never listen. But yeah, I think that my biggest mistake would be following friends. So I didn't necessarily like have the worst set of friends, but I do remember one particular friend that I had like in the 8th grade. I feel like you know, she's a friend that is, what do you say, I wouldn't know if I would put it needy or what, but she always wanted to follow her, go somewhere, help her do something. And then I think that like 95% of the times I would normally say yes, mostly because, I don't know, it was fun, I guess, or I never really have much else to do or something, I don't know. But most of the times I don't normally say no. And I remember this particular time when she asked me to follow her somewhere after school, and I told her yes, of course. She asked me to follow her to Portmore, and to to be honest, I really did not know what we were going to Portmore to do, but I do remember that after school, when we were meant to go and take the bus to go to Portmore, she met with this guy, which was apparently her new boyfriend or whatever. So that was my first time meeting him. And then I noticed that we all took the bus together, and then in the bus I was there like, girl, so where we are go, you know, wondering where we're going. And then she was just laughing, you know. She never actually said anything, but because I know that she have like an auntie or something that live in Portmore, so I don't know, in the back of my head I was probably like, that's where we're going, or maybe Portmore Mall or something. But I really didn't really ask much questions until I saw that the guy was going as well. So then that's when I was like, you know, where are we going? And then I remember that particular time I actually almost got into so much trouble, because when I was there asking her where we were going, we were in 8th grade at the time, mind you, so I was like maybe 13, 14, and there was a 6th former on the bus. If you went to Holy Childhood, you know the struggles. Like 6th formers will be like them a teacher. So yeah, there was a 6th former on the bus, and apparently she heard, you know, when I was asking like where we were going, whatever, and then I was eating a sweetie, which, you know, at the time, I don't know if it's still the case, but we weren't really necessarily allowed to eat in our uniforms. Imagine that, you cannot eat on the road in a uniform. It still don't make sense to me to this day. But yeah, so she heard when I was asking where we were going, and then basically the next day when we went back to school, the girl came and found us. And then she was asking us bare questions and stuff, and then it was like kind of hard. I believe I lied and I was like, oh, we went to a store in Portmore Mall, but then at the time as well we weren't allowed to go into stores and stuff, like loitering or whatever, in our uniforms. So, you know, that line never really helped. And then I think my friend told her that she went to her auntie or something, I don't remember. But basically I was nervous for the whole day, because I swear I was going to get into trouble. But I don't even have to go into too much details as to actually what did happen. So basically I ended up following a Manyard, and I still didn't know that I was going to Manyard. And I really just sat there on the veranda on my phone for the entire time, to be honest. So yeah, but there's so many stories I could tell about friends and following friends and whatever, and I'm not going to go into all that. But let's just say that that was the same friend that basically ditched me when her next boyfriend boxed me in my face. So if you have not watched that story time yet, then it is on my channel, you can go ahead and watch it. But yeah, that was that same friend. So imagine I was going everywhere with this girl, you know, doing so much for this girl, and then she had the same one who still choose man over me at the end of the day. So just be careful of your friends. That is the next thing you should take note of. But anyways, we're not going to go too much into that. So my next mistake that I made as a teenager was not listening to my dad. So you can feel like parents are overbearing at times. You can feel like parents are so annoying. They take the joy out of everything. But I know everybody should know this, that they do want the best for you, and your parents do love you. So when they tell you certain things, it's most times not because they're being hard or too strict. It's really because they know the danger. They have been there, and they've been there and they've done that, kind of like what I'm doing right now. So yeah, basically it connects to the same story that I told previously on my channel. My dad told me not to take the mini buses and stuff. I should take the big JTC buses. So I never did that, and then end up get boxed on my face. So next time I would listen. So yeah, listen to your parents, even though it might be a case where you feel like you know better. You don't. Trust me, you don't. So yeah, what if a story again as it relates to that, which we're not going to get into right now, but yeah, just listen to your parents. Moving on to my next mistake, which is getting tattoos and piercings. So basically I got like my first piercing, I think, in the 8th grade, and that kind of connects to following friends again, because I was actually influenced by one of my friends to get a piercing. She was like, oh, you know, we should all do the piercing together, whatever, which I think the case was really that she wanted to do it but kind of never wanted to be in it alone. So yeah, a group of us ended up getting our navels pierced, and then it was that same friend that influenced me to get my first time. Like, wow. As I said, don't succumb to peer pressure. Do not follow friends. With this, it can be a bit tricky because most of the times you don't even know that it's peer pressure, and you don't know that it's really like somebody else's idea that you're listening to and somebody else's idea that you're following through with. In my case, I did not really see it as peer pressure, to be honest, because I just felt like I could have said no if I wanted to, but it sounded maybe interesting at the time, or it sounded like, yeah, muda do that, let's do it. I didn't really necessarily see it as somebody pressuring me, because it wasn't a case where she was like, it wasn't a case where I was saying no and then she was like, no, come girl, and trying to convince me. It wasn't a case like that. It was just a case where, like, she was like, yeah, we should do it, and I was like, so me do it for true, yeah, why not? It was something like that. But at the end of the day, it is still peer pressure. No matter how you phrase it, no matter how you look at it, it is still peer pressure and following friends. So be careful. And yeah, I said that one of my mistakes I made was getting tattoos and piercings as a teenager. Not to say that I don't like tattoos and piercings still, but I just felt like it was a bit too early for me to be doing it, and then I felt like it led to a lot of problems as well, because I had a falling out with my father over it at one point. And yes, I feel like everything is kind of like a ripple effect. Well, not everything, but some things are kind of like a ripple effect, because I felt like if I hadn't followed friends, or maybe had the wrong friends, then it wouldn't have led to tattoos and piercings and stuff like that. So I felt like some of these things are kind of connected, but in any case, that was one of my mistakes. So my next mistake, which is of course the biggest one, which you guys would all want to hear about, and that was having sex. Oh my god! Wow! So yeah, basically, yeah, like, whether it is that you're in 11th grade, 10th grade, 9th grade, 12th grade, 13th grade, by sixth form time, I don't know, I see that as okay. But I feel like when it's a case where you're young and you're still naive, you don't necessarily like know much about dating, you don't necessarily know much about men, I feel like it's just not necessarily the right time. I feel like if I had known what I know now then, not to say that anything was wrong with the person that I was with at the time. He's a great guy, yeah, and we did talk for a very long time, long after high school, and we had a great relationship and whatever. And yeah, so not to say that there was anything wrong with my choice per se, but I felt like I wasn't mentally mature enough to be doing those things, even though I felt that way in my mind. Trust me, that's not the case. If I had known what I know now then I would have definitely waited until even my 20s until I found the perfect person, even though nobody's perfect, but until I'm mature enough then to know exactly what and who I want. So I feel like that is definitely something to consider. Especially if you have friends telling you that, no, me do it, you forgot do it too, girl, bye, no go. So yeah, definitely do not be pressured into it, not by any friend, not by any man, not by nobody. This is definitely something that you need to do of your own, but at the same time I would suggest that you hold it off for as long as you possibly can, because trust me, there's nothing there. So it's nothing to run down, it's nothing to rush. Like, why am I here spilling all my next mistake? Because right now I'm ready to delete the video here, and I'm gonna feel like upload this again, because I'm kind of a private person, but at the same time I'm not like extremely private, but I'm private enough to not talk about certain things, and this is over the line for me right now. So if you're listening, and you fall into the category of, you know, teenagers, whatever, take heed. This is a very big sacrifice for me right now. Okay, so our next mistake that I made, yeah, basically I listed choosing the wrong friends, but I feel like I kind of covered that with the whole following friends topic. So yeah, that's something to think about. So ensure that you're choosing the right people that are good for you, people that are going to elevate you, not people that are using you, not people that you don't even see yourself talking to the next 2, 3, 5 years. Because trust me, your friends in high school, if you have friends that are really your real friends, they'll be the ones that you'll talk to probably years to come. But then you have those that aren't necessarily really your friends, then those are going to be the first to go. So just be careful of who you spend your time with, who you give your time to. Ensure that they add value to your life as much as you add value to theirs. So how much mistake? 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically this should really be my last mistake now. So I'm going to close it off with talking to the wrong guys. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, oh, don't have no boyfriend, or oh, don't talk to anybody, whatever. But I am going to tell you that be mindful of the ones that you do talk to, because of course nobody can tell you don't have no boyfriend. If that's something that you want to do, I don't think anybody can say anything that is going to stop you from doing it. However, I would say be very thoughtful about who you choose to enter into a relationship with, especially like when you're at that young age where you're naive and you're inexperienced. There are so many guys that are going to want to take advantage of this, take a disadvantage of this and of you. So you need to ensure that it is somebody that is right for you, somebody that actually has good intentions for you. If it's a person that is constantly pressuring you to have sex when you're telling them that you don't want to have sex, then drop them like it hot. So yeah, definitely be considerate about who you enter into relationships with. If it's a guy that regularly like disrespects women and uses women, and somebody that, you know, just trying to get into your pants and then cut, like definitely there are ways you can see this, figure it out for yourself. If you feel like you're so in love that you can't say no to this guy, then trust me, he's not the right guy. He's not. Just really take a step back, take some time to yourself, not see him for a while, and trust me, that will get your mind into perspective, whatever, get you thinking correctly. And trust me, when you get to my age, you'll look back and be like, talk like I'm old. But when you get to like proper adulthood, you know, past 21, them age there, then you really look back and be like, what the hell? So trust me, it's for your own good. So those are my 5 mistakes that I'm going to be giving you guys today. If you guys want a part 2 of this video, you'll just have to let me know in the comment section below and I'll consider it. So yeah, that's really it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this, a little peep inside my mind, inside my soul. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know any questions that you have in the comment section. If it's not, you know, too much, I'll answer it. So yeah, let me know your questions and thoughts. Once again, matter of fact, you should have subscribed from before you watch this video, so I'm going to assume that you are all subscribed and you've all clicked that like button. So remember to turn on the post notification bell. Check out my Instagram pages at Kenique_unique, at KU Collection, and at True Unique Brand. They'll all be on the screen. If you want to DM me, I don't mind. Email me, whatever you want to do, just go ahead and do so. If you need some advice, I'm here for you. And yeah, thanks again for watching this video, and until next time, bye.